Two men from out of state now facing federal charges for the damage caused downtown during last weekend's protests.
Federal agents saying today the men came from Pennsylvania to hijack a peaceful protest.
The sole aim was to fan the literal flames of rioters because, and I quote from their messages, it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
5 on your side investigator Scott Knoll outside FBI headquarters with the latest.
And Scott, police are preparing for more possible problems this weekend.
Even as police and federal agents continue working, trying to pin down who was responsible for the violence here downtown last weekend, police say they still believe there are people here in Cleveland intent on causing problems. As recently as this morning, Cleveland Police Chief Calvin Williams says officers continue to make arrests. This time, 5 people caught trying to break into Progressive Field. The chief says inside their car, signs of trouble.
Fire starter, extinguishers, signs that say they were here to protest. And they were not from the city of Cleveland nor from Cuyahoga County.
Now, 6 days removed from last Saturday's violence downtown, police preparing for the possibility of more problems this weekend.
We have a plan in place that we think is more than adequate to take care of not just the protests, but the entire city throughout the weekend.
Asked if investigators received specific threats,
I can't get into that.
But Cuyahoga County Executive ARMOND BUDISH says deputies are preparing.
The Sheriff's Department is on alert, has been alerted to the possibility of more protests this weekend. They have, it's my understanding from the sheriff, that they have the deputies ready to go, and they will be positioned in places that are needed.
And today, the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Ohio stressed their work includes looking into officers' roles in what happened during protests.
If there was behavior amongst police officers that departed from our own very high standards, or if there was a violation of any law, then you better believe they will be held accountable for that as well.
Today, Cleveland's police chief confirmed at least 2 investigations into the actions of officers during Saturday's protest are underway.
They vary from our folks not doing what they're supposed to do to using force when they shouldn't have used force, things like that.
Williams adding so far no officers have been placed on leave as a result of those investigations, but the city stressing it won't stand for a repeat of what happened here a week ago.
Everyone has that right for peaceful demonstrations of protest. But once there's violence against people or destruction of property, then we need to take actions to address that.
Cleveland's police chief went on to say the work is just starting, that he believes there are people who came here intent on tearing down the city. Williams promising he's not going to let that happen. Reporting downtown, I'm 5 on your side investigator Scott Knoll.